What is going on, guys and gals? Brooklyn-bound the Raid Scientist here, and today I'm going to cover how to complete the raid challenge from the Deep Stone Crypt, the Core 4. If you like the video, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button below to get connected to the channel and get access to all of my Destiny guides. Now, the raid challenges rotate similarly as they've done in the past, with each week being a different challenge. This guide is for the Core 4 challenge, which is performed in the final encounter of Deep Stone Crypt, Taniks the Abomination. Successful completion of this challenge will award you double encounter chests with double loot, as well as the triumph required for the Descendant title for the Deep Stone Crypt. Now, I'm going to already assume you know how to do this encounter normally here. If you need the details on how to perform this encounter in its entirety, check out my guide linked in the description and click on the timestamp for Taniks the Abomination. So, let's jump right into how this is done. The Core 4 challenge requires that you break all 4 of Taniks' jets, which subsequently drops 4 nuclear cores that all must be deposited into bins to trigger the damage phase. This is also typically known as the 4 orb strat, and has become one of the more preferred ways to do this encounter in general because it grants an extra damage phase. When Taniks moves into one of his 3 areas and his jets activate, have everyone in your fire team focus on shooting all 4 jets to drop the cores. Do not stop shooting until all 4 have dropped. Then, the operator and suppressor will perform their roles as normal, and the remaining 4 players will grab the 4 cores on the ground and run them to the bins. Now, remember that the bins in the section that Taniks is in are never active. Thus, you don't even need a scanner to do this challenge because you know that the other 4 bins in the other sections are all active. AKA, if he's in the orange section, you know the bins in the spawn area and the blue area will be the ones that are active. You can still have someone pick up the scanner buff if you want, but the only reason you do this is to have another person holding an augment buff, which can kind of minimize the chance of the operator getting deactivated during the ball carrying phase. Otherwise, the scanner buff is useless for this challenge, and you can literally just leave it on the ground. Make sure that all 4 core carrying players will shout out which bin they are going to, so nobody goes to the same bin. And all 4 players will dunk their cores into those bins to trigger their damage phase. Note that because everyone is carrying an orb, it's kind of hard for someone to come take your core from you if your radiation is too high. Thus, having higher mobility and making a straight path to your bin is crucial to keep you from dying to radiation. Note that if someone does die carrying their orb, you can still complete the challenge as long as someone else picks up that core and places it in the remaining bin. On the other note is that the cores do not have to be dunked at the same time, like the Ready Set Go triumph, you just have to dunk them in general. Once all 4 nuclear cores are deposited, the DPS phase will trigger and will be done as typical. If you're not used to doing the 4 core strategy, note that you will actually get booped out 3 times during damage instead of just twice, which means you actually get more time to damage the boss, so do be ready for this. If you do not one-phase the boss, then you must repeat the 4 core strategy I've outlined here a second time. You do not have to one-phase the boss to complete this challenge. You can 2 or even 3-phase him as long as you dunk 4 cores every time. And that's it. If you're already familiar with the 4 core strategy, then this challenge will not be much of a challenge. And if it's new to you, just work on your timing of getting all 4 cores down in a relatively quick time. It's very, very important that nobody picks up any of the cores that have dropped until all 4 have dropped. Otherwise, Taniks' jets will lock and prevent you from getting them all down. So make sure you are shooting all different corners of his thrusters so you drop all 4 within a few seconds of each other, because they only have 10 seconds on the ground before they explode and wipe you. Good luck on getting this done, Guardians, and congratulations to everyone completing their Descendant title from finishing all the Deep Stone Crypt triumphs. This is the last video in this series, so look for something different coming to the channel in the weeks to come. Thanks for watching and supporting, and please drop a comment below on which challenge you felt was the most fun or the hardest. I know you hear a lot of YouTubers say, please comment below, blah, 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 but dropping comments on the videos is actually very helpful to the creator to get their content noticed. So if the comment is to just say hi or to say thank you, I would appreciate it. This was such a great raid, and I'm excited for the next set of challenges that await us in the next raid. Until next time, Guardians, best of luck.